Volunteers in the town of Petersburg are rushing to build barricades to prevent floodwater from entering town. News Channel 20 Sunrise reporter Evan Peterson live in Petersburg this morning with reaction from people who've been on the scene all night helping out. Evan?
A very tense morning in the town of Petersburg as the village braces itself for the floodwaters, which are just over the barricades here. Joining me is John Stiltz. He's the mayor of Petersburg. John, you've been out here all morning. How's the things looking?
Well, right now we're getting ahead of it. We started in again this morning about 2 o'clock. The breach came in a little early on the road down here, which is Highway 123.
And you can see the water if you look just over the barricades, over the sand piles here. What's the water currently at right now, and what's it supposed to crest at?
Right now it's at 29.5, which they originally told us that would be 29.5 about noon, so it's coming in early. Crest is at 33.1, which is not expected to happen until tomorrow night about midnight.
The water is going to keep rising, and as you look over the barricade, you can actually see some of the businesses that have fortified around there. What's the game plan right now? Just building walls to keep the water out?
The wall we built about 1,800 feet is to try to keep the water from this side of the railroad tracks. So everything, most of the houses, there's probably over 100 some houses, a lot of businesses here. We fortified the businesses on the other side, figured up what their elevations were, and we think they'll be safe. The main thing was to keep the water from flowing in here because it's the last time in 1943 it did get up the lights.
It's the 11th hour here in the village of Petersburg as residents brace themselves for the floodwaters from the Sangamon River that are rapidly encroaching on the town. Joining me to my left to talk about this is the mayor of the town. Mr. Mayor, how are things looking this morning? You've been out here since yesterday. What's the situation as the sun starts to rise?
Well, the situation is the water is coming up faster than they thought. And we're watching the computer system that feeds off of the river itself, and we're getting pretty deep quickly.
You said it's cut about half a day out of your time here. As you can see, we've jumped the barricade and we're kind of on the front lines of the flood. The water, you can watch it literally just roll in. What's been the biggest surprise to you this morning as you've been erecting the wall?
The biggest surprise is we thought we had about an extra 4 hours, and the water's coming in quicker, so those 4 hours are gone. It's a good thing we started about 2 o'clock again this morning.
Now, you have the barricade just off to the camera here. Tell us a little bit about the wall. You said it runs parallel to 4th Street down here.
It is a levee that we have built for almost 1,800 feet, and the idea it's 4 feet high. We're going to try to keep the water back on the east side of this and keep the town dry on the west side.
Now, if you turn the camera, I want to show you a little bit of this wall. It runs parallel with the train tracks too. The train has been shut off, so you don't have to worry about train